doesn't love dessert, but it can get a little bit tricky and hard sometimes. So I'm going to do a really easy lime pie bar, no baking, and it's vegan. So there's no dairy, so everybody can enjoy it. Let's get started. So I've got my food processor and we're going to start by making the base. So I'm going to add some beautiful flavours here. I've got some shredded coconut, some cinnamon powder, which is a beautiful flavour for a dessert like this. I've got some dates, so some pitted dates, which are really important because they're going to be the binder for our base and a great source of fruit and fibre as well. And then I'm going to use some pecans. So that's all going in, and I'm going to put a touch of avocado oil. So I'm going to use this a couple of times in the recipe. And this is made from cold pressed avocados, and it's got a really nice, delicate, buttery taste, so it's perfect for a dessert. Now, let's pop the lid on, and we're gonna blitz this to make our base. Come together beautifully, and all the cinnamon, the nuts, they smell fantastic. Now we're going to pop that in our tray here, but we need to start with some baking paper because we don't want things to stick. So I'm just going to give this a nice crunch. This is a Richo trick, which I have heavily adopted because it works. And let's lay this down in the tray just so that we don't have any sticking of our bars later. Now, very important that you take the blade out because we don't want any injuries in the kitchen, please. And let's pop our biscuit base into the tray. Wonderful. Nice and crumbly. Perfect. Now, I want to get everything out of here because I'm going to use the food processor again to do the filling. So let's pop that there for later. And I'm just going to spread this out on the tray and press it down. Now, often people would use biscuits blitzed together if they were making something like this, but I'm just trying to keep it dairy-free so that everybody can enjoy it. If you're lactose intolerant, if you're anaphylactic to dairy, well, guess what? I've got a dessert for you, which requires no baking, so it's extra good, I think. Wonderful. So that is looking brilliant, and now we can move on to our filling. So we're going to need our food processor again, so I'm going to pop the blade back in. Now, I have got some cashews here that have been soaked overnight, and this is really important because we want this to be nice and like a paste when we blitz it together. So these are my soaked cashews that have been drained, and they're all going in here. Now, this is a really nice way, if you are avoiding dairy, to add creaminess to dishes. Cashews are fantastic for that. Now, I've got my coconut cream here, which is going to add some creaminess without the dairy. Beautiful. And some maple syrup for some sweetness. And then, of course, I've told you that this is a lime pie bar, so we need some lime. Now, I like to add this two ways. So first of all, with some zest, and then we're going to add some lime juice as well. So let's give this a chop, a little bit of a roll. Want all the juice out of these limes. Beautiful, and hopefully we're going to get a lot of juice out of these. There we go. Gosh, this is when I need Richo in the kitchen. Need some muscles, but here we go. I can get every last drop out. Don't worry, friends. So if you've got some and you've got it pre-juiced, even better. Hopefully you haven't got any cuts on your fingers because it will start to sting. That's plenty of lime. And I'm actually going to leave that last little half there because I want to put some slices on top of my bars once they're done. Now, final couple of things that need to go in. Some more avocado oil. So let's pop a little bit more of that in there for the filling. And then a good pinch of some good quality salt flakes just to balance this out. Now we're ready to blitz it together. That is smelling really good. You can smell the lime and the cashews, absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm going to take this blade out. Look at this creamy, delicious filling. I love it. Here we go. So I'm just going to pour this all on top of the biscuit base. Get every last bit of goodness. So we've got lots of nuts in here. We've got the pecans on the bottom, the cashews in the filling. So lots of the good fats, the unsaturated fats that you want in your diet. So fat needs to be part of your diet, but you ideally want to get the good ones, which you get from nuts. This is going into the freezer for 2 hours so it can get nice and solid. We're going to put some lime slices on top and then it's ready to enjoy. this has come out of the freezer and it's really quite set and firm, so it's ready to tuck into. Now I've got my warm knife here, which is just gonna make this easier to slice, and let's do a slice through here. Lovely, the biscuity base, nice and firm. When you're cutting through it, that nut base is just beautiful. Nice crumbly slice. Look at that. Now to finish this off, I like to just put a nice thin slice of lime on top. Let's do that, and then we can pop them on this plate. How good do these look? So you've got a really nice dairy-free dessert, suitable for anyone, really easy to whip up and no baking required.